All right, we're live. What's going on, gang members? Welcome to another week of some live agent calls. I am the real Nate Cruz. You can find me on Instagram, so on and so forth. And then, of course, go ahead, John.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is just John Apollinar on Instagram. Real name's just John Apollinar.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little context for today. We're calling on market deals. So we're doing direct to agent. All of these are on market, low equity, pulled them straight from PropStream, and that's about it. I mean, nothing crazy. So we're just gonna call them, see how the conversations go, try to build some relationships, and try to get a deal.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. I'll go up first to bat.
Yeah, I figured, dude, we could just call and whoever gets to connect, just I don't know, wave your hand or something, and I'll just go on mute.
I'm down for that.
Because I might hit someone too, and we could just both have. So I need to make some calls, man. I just got back from vacay.
Yeah, dude. Did you make any calls today so far?
No, not today.
Oh boy, about to get to it. All right. Oh, this one just sold.
All right, we're gonna call Mesa, Arizona.
Oh boy. Come on, baby.
Hi, you've reached Amber with Hunt Real Estate. Please do leave me a
No.
All right, I got one loaded up.
All right, Ashley Green up next. Dude, I have a freaking zit right in the middle of my forehead, bro.
Dude, look, same.
Dude, it's the worst. I look tan, man. I'm looking at my reflection. I'm like, dang,
You're super tan, bro. I told you that yesterday. You're like.
Yes, this is Jacqueline Hill with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm so sorry I missed your call.
All right, she deserves a double dial.
Do it.
I was watching a thing and Pace is like, yo, if you didn't dial twice, you didn't dial once. And so it's really made me rethink my life.
Yeah. I think, yeah, there's some creep.
Especially with expireds, bro. With direct to seller expired listings, you got to get after it multiple times until they start forwarding the call.
I'm trying to buy your house.
No answer.
Dang, this house is sick too. It's in North Carolina. So nice.
Please leave your message.
Dude, it's crazy how nice houses are back east and in Texas, and for what the price is compared to Arizona.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's insane.
It's so expensive here.
I think the median house price out here is $450 or something like that. Out there, it's probably $300. Same everything.
That house was nice as hell, and it was $450.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, dude, this house would probably be $700,000 in Arizona.
Yeah, you're in line, dude. All right, I got one loaded. Last Friday we did it, dude. We probably did together probably 40 dials. We had 3 answers. It was so bad.
Dude,
it was one of them days.
You're come on.
Exactly, bro. All right, let's see, Trey. Come on, Trey.
Call.
Trey.
Hey, Trey. How's it going, boss? My name's Nate.
I'm good, Nate. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's Friday. The weekend's almost here. I can't complain.
That's it. What's up?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm giving you a call about that property. I might be saying the name wrong, man, but I think it's Myra Street, there in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Long story short, man, me and my fiance were looking to buy probably one or two investment properties for our portfolio here in the next like 12 to 18 months. And I'm basically just trying to get ahead of the game and look on Zillow, see if there's anything we might like. And I kind of ran past this, and I was like, hey, might as well give this guy a call, see what's the haps.
Yeah, man. Are you so investment property wise? Okay, so kind of tell me what's yeah, I mean, kind of tell me a little bit more about what you're looking for. I mean, I know with a lot of investors, you guys are out of state.
Yeah. I'm out here in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we're out here in Arizona, and basically, I mean, really, I'm looking at it from a cash flow standpoint, like especially kind of like with the way things are right now. It's kind of hard to like get rich off cash flow, but so long as we can kind of pay the mortgage and have like $200-300 left over for a little fund is kind of what we're looking for. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think rentals are like in the area? Is it a good rental market out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually about 2 streets over from the house on Myra. I mean, it's a great rental market over here. I mean, there's constant. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've stayed pretty conservatively about 6% year over year on growth potential.
That's pretty good.
I mean, this area has done really well. Walkability is a huge thing that's really been a target for a lot of investors lately. I mean, rents are only going to keep going up. I mean, the area in itself is just always appreciating. Are you, I mean, I guess the question that I keep getting from a lot of people is, are you looking at doing creative financing, or are you looking at cash, or?
It depends. It kind of just depends on the situation. Like we buy probably used to buy like 75% of stuff cash, and then over the past 12 months we've really transitioned to doing like more mirror wraps and seller finance if kind of the property admits it. But it's definitely a certain shoe for a certain foot. Do you think that would be a type of situation that it could be possible here, or just cash?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, these people, I've had a few sub-2 offers come through on the property. They are deciding against it for the time being. I'll go ahead and tell you that what are we in right now? We are basically in May, June. Come mid-July, early August, if they don't have any offers after we, to make the story short, the people aren't hurting on the property. They don't live here. They kind of used it as a crash pad while the wife was in town, or was going to school up here. They live in Melbourne. They've said that probably in the next month or so they're going to get aggressive on the price. I've brought up sub-2 a few times to them because they owe on the mortgage about $240 if I'm not mistaken. And I can't remember what their PITI is, but I want to say it's under 1,800, and I think it's about an interest. So they've decided to get sub-2 for the time being. That might change in the next month or so, just depending on if anything else does happen. But if you're looking for more creative finance options, I mean, I do have other potential options that are kind of coming out. And I work with a lot of other investors in the area, just depending on what you're looking for, fix and flip, buy and hold, whatever it is. So I can start kind of adding you to my buyers list if this one doesn't work out for you guys. I always have options that are kind of coming up. So it's kind of just a matter of like, what your buy box looks like. Are you looking to try to stay more sub-2 options if possible? Because I know that's pretty enticing with you have to put a little to their money down.
Yeah, Trey, first off, dude, I just got to commend you. You're a straight gangster, man. The fact that we're even having this conversation and you're not trying to hang up on me, I truly appreciate it, bro.
Man, dude, there's money everywhere.
Yeah.
Find the right people. I walked the guy's property yesterday that I work with a lot of wholesalers, and I found this guy yesterday that would be perfect for sub-2, but he's not looking to sell until September because he's got this mad hoarder situation going on. Owes about $80 on the property. His wife just passed, and he's like, I'm just trying to figure out what to do. And I walked the place and I could barely get to the front door. And I'm like, dude, like, you've got a problem here. And I was like, you're looking at like easily 10, 12 grand just for the dump out of the property. And I mean, I come across these kind of things all the time. So it's happening, man. I mean, sub-2, creative finance, those are big things. I sold a creative finance deal. I sold I had a buyer buy a fourplex, a quad unit from a hedge fund using seller finance, which I didn't think they were going to want to do that, but we did a 2-year note, 100K down. They loved it. So, I mean, there's opportunity, man. I mean, it's all over. You just got to find the right people to get them done with.
Yeah, man. And it sounds like I found the right guy. That's what I'm talking about. We're typically buying like 1 to 2 properties kind of nationwide right now. And then we do dabble as well in like cash stuff. So like, I don't know if that situation with the dude who is kind of having that hoarder situation, we might even be able to put like a cash offer in if he's willing to, you know, I mean, you know how that goes. Got to obviously buy it at a discount so that we can do stuff to it and whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, for sure. We're definitely definitely would want to work with you in the future if we can't get this one done. I know you were kind of talking about, you know, they kind of shot down sub-2 a couple times. What was it that was kind of putting them away from it?
And, you know, it's really just the, you know, it's a worry for their part on just the, you know, they're still listed as personal guarantor on the mortgage, and that's for them. They don't want to have that liability, you know, especially because sub-2 is one of those tricky things that if you don't know what you're doing, you can really screw up.
Yeah.
Well, the buyer doesn't have as much, you know, leverage in the game as the seller does.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm kind of steering away from it right now. It's a young couple. They both make good money. They're both dentists, and one of them is about to be like a what's that? What's the mouth surgeon?
Oral surgeon.
Oral surgeon. Yeah. She's just finishing up her schooling for that. So they make good money, and this has just been kind of like a secondary home for her. So she's got to wait until the end of August to sell this to avoid capital gains. So that's going to meet her 2-year mark. So we said that by like mid-June, late July, or mid-June, early July, we're going to really kind of start being more aggressive on the price. I can certainly throw out the option, you know, again of, you know, sub-2 when it comes to when it gets closer to that. But they said just for the time being, they want to kind of hold off on it. They're not really like pushing, you know, like
there's no shot clock. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. They sound like they're in a good position anyways too. And like I always say, man, like if you can get a traditional offer, 10 times out of 10 you should take it. You know what I mean? But if you're kind of in that position where you can't, then that's where it kind of comes in. So no doubt. And I won't even. It sounds like they've probably getting beat over the head with sub-2 offers. So what I'll do probably with this one, man, is I'll just check in with you every couple weeks, just see how it's going, and then, you know, if you guys don't get it sold by August, you know, maybe we could have that conversation again. And then one thing that we've really like noticed in buying these, because we bought like, I think we just bought one last month up in Vancouver, Washington. But kind of my whole point here is it's kind of like trust. You know what I mean? Like no one wants to just give that mortgage and the house and stuff over to someone that they don't know or whatnot. So if at that point in time, man, if it's more comfortable for them, we can hop on a Zoom so you can match like a face to the voice and whatnot. And you know, I can send you guys a credibility packet just so you know we're not like some of these knuckleheads who just, we call them naked sub-2s, where they're not putting in like you know, the all-inclusive deed of trust and the promissory note and all that stuff. If that helps later down the line, we could do that.
No, I mean, that would be great. I mean, just so that we have, you know, at least have something to give back to them. And I'm a little bit unfamiliar with sub-2 when it comes to just the closing. Is it still a 30-day close, or is it sooner, or is it later? Because, like, I know that they're usually, like, I mean, kind of tell me, like how does that close work again? Because that's the thing that I get a little mixed up with.
Yeah, so on average for us, we can close pretty much as soon, like up to like 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks, we can get that puppy closed. We'll typically do a 30-day close with a 10-day inspection period. And 95% of our deals close in that. Obviously, you have your one offers where kind of stuff happens during the inspection period and you got to draw it out. But typically, it's usually about 30 days or 3 weeks.
Okay, and then how long does the seller stay as the guarantor on the loan? Is it a 30-year loan, or do you refi out at a certain point after, let's say, 5 years or so, or anything like that?
Yeah, great question, bro. So with us, we usually will refinance at year 7 or 8. And
Okay.
that's pretty much our standard thing. We've kind of, that's the sweet number with getting the cash flow that we can out of it, and letting it appreciate enough to kind of get that money out of it. And so usually like year 7 or 8 is when we'll do it. And like what we'll do usually is sometimes people want out of the loan, so we'll put like a 10 or a 15-year balloon, kind of depending on whatever they're feeling in that case.
Okay, I got you. So that's good to know. That's one thing I've always been trying to understand is like when do they kind of get off the hook for it? So okay, and then sub 2, you do offer some kind of a down payment down, and they still get paperwork, right?
Oh yeah,
so, like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, for sure. So like for example. Yeah, for example, like even if they have equity, right? So we call them hybrid deals, but like let's say for example, like we're writing up this one in Colorado right now, and they have like 100,000 in equity, and I think we're coming in 20,000 to the seller, 15,000 to the agent. We waive our agent commission on the buy side, and then we cover all the closing costs, and then they still had about, I think it was about 73,000 of equity. So then we structured payments and created a second note, and then made payments over the course of 30-year amortized, unless they were like, hey, usually what happens with that is most people are like, hey, at year 15, we want that, the remaining equity of that, which at that point it's probably like $15,000. And so that's kind of how we'll structure those as well too, if there's any equity in the property.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense to it. Okay.
Yeah, man. I like I said, dude, I so appreciate you asking questions and kind of just like, getting a feel for it, because there's so many agents that are just, it's like saying a bad word to them.
Oh, dude, I mean, those are the agents that, the next couple of months are going to keep sailing as time goes on. And, one thing that I definitely learned with my broker is that there's always ways to do it. You just got to just figure out what's needed.
Yeah. And then too, with like, if you guys have any questions, like even if we don't end up buying it, man, if you guys have any questions and, maybe you get a better offer and you just want to run it past someone who's like I said, we do like 2 of these a month, you could always shoot it over to me, and I'll let you know, like if they're putting the things that need to be put in place, like I talked about the all-inclusive deed of trust and the promissory note, and then make sure they set up a third-party servicing company so that way the payment is pretty much protected and whatnot. And there's some nuances that go into it, and I'd be happy to be a resource for you guys down the road if you guys end up not going with us.
Yeah, no, honestly, I truly appreciate that. That would be good. If you don't mind, if you have my email, if you just want to shoot me some info over, I mean, that would be awesome. And,
yeah.
If we touch base, every so often, I mean, I would probably say for this one, if you want to circle back to this one, I'd probably say end of June, mid-June, we can kind of get a gauge of where the sellers are at this point. Because I just spoke to them this morning, and they were just like, yeah, we're still doing good. Just waiting for this kind of capital gains bubble to kind of pop for them.
Yeah, perfect. And the beauty with it too, because I mean, obviously you probably can't give like exact numbers and stuff, but like, what kind of equity spread? Like, what are they hoping to net once they sell this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be transparent because I don't mind. I mean, with sub 2, I mean, it's always different. They were hoping to get at least $50K out of this thing. That's what he. So I said, honestly, that's very, very doable. We threw out a very long fishing line just to kind of see what it was going to be, and we knew that this would be a really slow reel back. So.
Yeah, definitely. What do you? I kind of looked at some comps before I called and whatnot. What do you think? You think you guys are priced competitively, or you think here in the next couple months you guys will get to that point where you're getting just beat up with offers?
I mean, right now we're priced a little bit high. We're priced at about $280 a square foot. Right now the market has been really favoring more $265, $270 a square foot. So I mean, if you're thinking about that, we'll probably get this thing sold about $330 So we're about 10 grand, a little bit over 10 grand over right now, which is kind of pausing some people. So I think that once we drop it down a little bit more, we'll probably start to see more of that. But I know they don't really want to drop it down, but at the same time, with the rates where they are, it's kind of, putting a lot of pause on some of these houses like this.
Yeah, for sure. No, that definitely makes sense. That's kind of been the story with it kind of everywhere. Rates are just freaking killing everyone, especially us. That's why we've transitioned to sub 2. But anyways, man, listen, I don't want to keep you. I don't want to keep you on the phone all day. I literally could probably sit here and talk to you for another hour. But I'll shoot you an email with that credibility packet, and then I'll keep up with you like once a week, dude. I got a feeling maybe in 6 months from now when I go to Florida, we'll have a beer together.
Please let me know, man. Love to get a chance to meet, sit down. I got another property that I got the paperwork for yesterday. If you're interested, I'll give you the address. It's not a sub 2 deal, but it's from cash. It's 8135 Homestead Oaks Drive. Basically, they're asking $250 for it. The ARV is about $300. It's a pretty light cosmetic flip. I can send you. Send me an email, and I can send you the details I have in my CRM. I've got pics. I got a floor plan. I got a little walkthrough video. What it needs is it's got a Challenger electric panel that the guy said that he's going to replace within the next month. It needs a new roof. Other than that, it just needs carpet, new appliances, and really just probably just a new paint job.
Okay.
It's pretty light minus the roof.
Perfect. Yeah, dude. I'll shoot you over that email so you have mine, and then just reply to me with those details and whatnot, and then we'll see if we can figure something out. I'll let you know.
Sounds good, man.
All right, my man. I appreciate you, bro. Seriously, you're a gangster for real.
Of course, dude. Yeah, hopefully we can make some deals happen. That's what I'm always about. Is whatever I can do to make a commission. So absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. You take it easy, bro.
You too. Bye.
Bye. That was a gangster call. Off to John.
Dude, right?
Oh, hold on. I can't hear you. I think you mic. Hold on. Try again. There you go. I hear you now.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Sorry.
Dude, that was solid. That was so solid.
Dude, that was a great call. First call of the damn day to get a connect.
Come on. I'm not going to lie. You don't get those all the time, and I'm very grateful. Beck,
dude.
Thanks, dog. You're a gangster. Or Ben. Sorry, Ben. Appreciate it, man.
That was a beast call, man.
That was super cool, man. And he was just so willing to bring other properties. I don't know if you heard the end of that, but
no, I had an agent call me back, and I jumped on the phone.
Oh man, how'd that call go?
She's like, "Oh, it's under contract." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Well, you have anything else?" And she didn't have anything right now.
Yeah, that's kind of the name of the game. But he essentially just started telling me different properties. One property is kind of like a hoarder situation, and another that he just got. He said the ARV was 300. They wanted 250, and it needed a bit of work. But shoot, dude, I'll throw a cash offer in there.
Yeah, dude, hell of a call, man. Good stuff.
Appreciate it, dude. That was gangster. All right, let's go. I'm all jazzed up now, dude. Come on.
Now you're like, got a good one out of the way. Isn't it crazy how much easier it is to have a call after you have a good call?
Yeah, because you're in that mode. You're like,
yeah. You're like riding the wave, and you're like, I'm in the zone right now. Like I feel good. I always feel like the first call is the hardest, and then once I have a good call, I'm like, okay, now I can like connect me with the meanest agent in the world. Like I'll have a good call right now.
What's your for the people out there, dude? What's your process for making that first call? Because sometimes we'll all sit there and look at my computer for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, damn, do I really want to do this right now?
Yeah, dude, I literally just try to turn like the lizard brain off and just jump. Like I'll just try to like sit down and like make a call before like I can even say like no.
Like just push the button.
Thank you for calling Blue Root.
That's my thing. As soon as I sit in the chair, that's it. I gotta
update file automated text. Consent is not required for purchase. Please stay.
Yeah, I typed the wrong number in. Hold on.
Call
no,
completed.
that's the right number. That's weird. The number she had didn't go to anything. Let's try it again. Maybe I did. So 83591.
The number you dialed is not a working number. Please.
Oh, I dialed it wrong.
Man. That was dope.
Thank you for calling Blue Root Acupuncture. Press 1 to consent to receiving offers or updates via automated.
Acupuncture, eh?
Yeah. And maybe she's just doing some real estate on the side.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe that was for you from that crash you took at the beach, dude. You get some acupuncture.
I need to, yeah, at least in my backup. This one's sold. Just trying to find another one.
Me too. Man.
No.
Guys, too, for whoever's watching this, if you ever get an agent who is just like the agent that I had, just befriend them. Talk to them once a week. Hey, how are the kids?
Yep.
Like, become their friend. For real, for real. That's the best advice I could give.
Okay, I'm gonna call a San Antonio one. Let's let it rip.
Let it rip, dude.
Hi, this is Brennan.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going, man? This is John.
Hey.
Hey, happy Friday.
Yeah, same to you.
Yeah, I was calling. You have a listing. It's on Brook Valley.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that one still available?
Currently, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love the red door and just the nice brick. It just has that like classic all-American feel to it. But yeah, so my brother actually sent this my way. And basically like what we do is we buy homes close to basically close to different like Air Force bases or military bases. This one's super close and pulled it up. I guess like have you gotten feedback from people that have been able to see it in person?
Oh yeah, we get a ton of showings.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. I mean, the pics are super nice, man.
Yeah, this one's actually been under contract twice already. And then both times fell out just because the buyers previously were selling their homes and something happened on their side where they ended up having to back out because of the sale of their home before.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So it's only been back on the market, I think, about 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they basically, did they need to like sell this first, or did they need to buy their other home first before this one closed?
For the sellers?
Yeah.
No, they're not buying another
Oh, you
house
said, okay.
yet.
Sorry.
It's more for the buyer side. Like the ones that we ended up winning under contract with, they were the ones that ended up backing out because of it.
Ah, I see. Dang, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, that's a bummer. I think I noticed it's an assumable loan too. Have you guys kind of explored that route as well? Is that what
the last contract was with the assumable, and the bank is really awesome with it. I mean, they were pretty straightforward and actually went really quick compared to some others that we've done before.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. I've heard from a few agents, like sometimes if it's, depending on the type of loan, like it just can take forever, but that's good. That's good that they're able to move quick. Okay. And I guess I'm kind of just looking at the pics right now. I mean, it looks pretty like turnkey if I were to use this as like a rental.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is there anything not in the pics that maybe I like should be aware of, or?
Not really. I mean, the only thing that's out of the ordinary maybe is the garage was converted into that extra living area.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have a garage, but I'd say a lot of them in that area have had that happen just because they're smaller homes and they just needed the additional living space.
Yep.
But this one is rare since it has the 4 bedrooms. And then all the bathrooms have been remodeled. So those are all good. Everything was just recently repainted. The backyard in this one is huge. So, and then I know there's a couple rentals and actually an Airbnb, like I think 3 houses down.
Yeah.
That gets hit all the time because it's right there by the base. So,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it'd be an easy one to use. I would say it's pretty turnkey.
Okay, cool. And then I wanted to ask too, just because like I know I'm just like looking at the history. It seems like they didn't buy it like too long ago. Were they just having to like relocate for work, or what kind of happened there?
They ended up having pretty much kids back to back.
Oh wow.
So they ran out of room.
Good for them then. I mean, that's good. Growing family and
Yeah. That's really the only reason why. So, yep, they're just selling their house. They're living with in-laws right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they get this one sold and saved a little bit, then they're going to bump up, hopefully next year.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And I guess in terms of like price, is like 220 where they need to be? Like, do you think they'd be able to go a little lower if we like bring in cash?
I would say cash definitely helps.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they have a little wiggle room. I think, let's see, that one, I know I can get them to agree to come down at least 5 on it to help. But I was just like, they don't have a ton of room on it just because, since they did get into it not too long ago, they're still trying to pay off what they have and stuff, and then still be able to afford what they need to for the next one.
Right. Okay. No, that makes sense then. So they're probably like pretty tight on like equity right now then.
Well, it's not necessarily on the equity side. It's just more on like having enough to be able to put down for the next one. So they had a set price in mind on what they wanted to have, and that's kind of where it was at. So that one actually should go, like when we initially put it up for sale, it was around 230, 233.
Yep.
That's what it should have been for. So we priced it at the 220 just to see if we can go quick, which it did go under contract pretty fast. I mean, we get showings for that house pretty much every other day.
Oh, I bet.
It's nonstop.
Yeah.
And then the only reason why it didn't sell quickly is just because there's new builds not too far from there.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the new builds are tiny, like they're half the size of the house, people are going that direction just because of the current rates.
Yep.
And I mean, we keep telling them you can do the assumable rate, which I think this one's at like a 3%.
Yeah.
But they don't have the cash to be able to pay the difference.
Got it. Okay. So they need a certain amount of it in their pocket then to get into their next home.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's funny. So I was talking, my buddy's an agent. I'm in Phoenix currently, but he was saying like every time there's a new development, it makes it so hard for him to sell homes near it because the builders just throw like crazy incentives.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, that's makes your job probably a little bit tougher as like an agent at the end of the day. And you're like, God dang it.
Yep, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get it, man. And I wanted to ask too, like kind of like looking at this like as a rental, I think. So one of the things that I've gotten back from like my lenders when I've tried to assume something is they wouldn't let me assume the loan unless I was going to use it as like my primary residence.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm using this as a rental, like they basically just said, like, you can't assume as if you're using this for an investment property. Have you guys like explored anything like an informal assumption? Do you know if they'd be open to something like that?
Are you talking like a subject to?
Yeah, like a mirror wrap.
Yeah, that we've. So I'll tell you, like honestly, we've gotten probably over 75 offers.
Really?
Already. Yeah. So
holy crap.
Yeah, I pretty much get one like every 3 days.
Jesus.
For that house. So yeah, that's come up a lot. We've explained the process and everything, and they weren't for it. And then actually our brokerage won't allow us to do them.
Okay. That got it.
So,
and I'm curious, how do those calls go? Are people just like calling you and like trying to just like pitch you on like a naked subject to or something?
Pretty much, yeah. They just come in and just say, "Hey, are you open to creative financing?" And yeah, then
Jesus,
then that's it.
I wonder like if they're watching TikTok or like a seminar or something.
Yeah, they come from everywhere. But yeah, I was just like, most of them it's just an email. Like I'll just get an email with a random document that looks like a contract but it's not a real one, and then Yeah.
Jesus. So they're not even calling. They're just spraying and hopefully someone's like, yes.
Yep, pretty much.
Good God. Okay. Man, that's wild.
But yeah, I was gonna say with this one, they I know they didn't want anything under their name.
Mm-hmm.
So they were looking for something more traditional just to get it off.
Yeah.
Now with this bank, I don't know if it's worth it to call and ask. I mean, they were very receptive and very open to it. So
yeah, I can do that. Do you know, do you have like the bank's contact info?
Sure. Yeah. If you want, I was gonna say this is my cell phone. If you can text me your email address, I can send you over some info on it. And then that way you can kind of look through it and then see if it's something that would work.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Is it, yeah, I'll just text you and then, I can get in contact with the bank and just see if there's a path forward there.
Okay. And I want to say that this one, the amount was like 170 or so, 170, 160. That was the assumable part.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, then the rest would just have to be the cash to make the difference.
Right. And that's what they need to get into the next property.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. No, thank you so much for kind of going through that. Sorry, it's been, out of contract, man. That probably puts a little stress on you too.
Oh yeah. It's always an adventure.
Got it. Okay, Brandon. Well, I will shoot you my contact info, and then if you want to shoot me just the bank's info over, and I will give them a call and see what I can do.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much, man, and enjoy your Friday.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
That was pretty solid, bro. For him getting beat up with sub 2 offers, that was, he wasn't mad.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like, I think, it's you never know how the call is going to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. Like, when I saw San Antonio, I knew for a fact he's gotten beat up with, like, I knew it. And it does kind of add, like, that little thing of doubt. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, let's call him and have the conversation anyways, because you never know. And it didn't go terrible.
Yeah,
so, like, what I can do is...
Yeah, what do you think the position on that is? Like, how are you going to approach that?
I'm going to probably ask Landon's guidance, but I think what makes sense is just being in their back pocket and maybe giving them like another call, maybe like mid next week if it's still not under, or like even later next week if it's not under contract, and just providing them with like a resource and trying to build a relationship. Because if he's getting a bunch of subject to offers, like I can just like maybe try to position myself as the guy that like knows like, what a good offer looks like and like what he should look out for and like some of the pitfalls that, maybe like a naked subject to has. So I'm going to try to go that way and try to build the relationship, but also ask Landon like what he would do here. Yeah,
no, I agree with that. I agree. I think you just kind of reaching out. Like, this is one thing that's super tough where I get caught up is like everyone says the money's in the follow-up, right?
Yeah.
And like Kevin Cho has so many stories of where he's followed up for like 2 months and then finally it gets taken. And so it really is like, it just depends. But it sounds like they might be down for a sub 2. You know what I mean? He didn't sound like he was completely turned off to it, which was cool.
Yeah, I could have pried more, dude. I could have, now that I'm off the phone and kind of just thought back and reflected. I could have pried a little bit more on like what that conversation had, but he said like they weren't open to it, but you never know like how he explained it.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I stole from Jacob, shout out to Jacob, is just that one phrase of like, okay, well, what was there something about it that was kind of turning them off to it, and then having them explain it. That's the one. That's like my go-to line.
Yeah,
but that was solid. All right.
That's a good line too. Like, but yeah, so like this one, like I'm gonna put it basically in like warm lead and making a task to like call him back probably like next Thursday.
Yeah. Do you do all your follow-ups on your Google Calendar?
No, I actually do them in the CRM. So I do tasks. I'll make a task in the CRM, and then like every day when I start my day, I'll look at my tasks and knock out the tasks first.
Oh boy, dude, I like it. All right, let's see. This property just got taken off the market, so let's see.
It's a great day at Keller Williams. First Atlanta. This is Abby speaking. How may I direct your call?
Hey, Abby, how's it going? I was actually looking for the listing agent for a property that I'm looking to hopefully buy.
Okay, awesome. You don't have the name of the listing agent?
I don't think so. I think it might be. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. I just know the property is. I can give you the address whenever you're ready.
Yeah, please.
It'll be 5966 Stonefly CV. I don't know what the abbreviation for that is. And then they're in Mableton.
Yes, okay. Yeah, let me check.
It looks like it was just taken off the market like a week ago as well.
Yeah, that is what I'm seeing here. So I have 3 different results that are coming up, but it's the same address. They're all in Mableton. One of them says that it was withdrawn, and then the other 2 say that they're closed. Let me look at who the agent was. Okay, so if you want, I can transfer you to the listing agent.
Yeah, cool.
And you'd be able to ask her. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me just transfer you. 1 second.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Pat, thanks, brother.
Hi, you speak Amina County with County Intercoastal Realty. Our business hours.
It is what it is. It might be sold anyways. But yeah, I figured I'd call on that one anyways. All right. You know what they say? Oh, where did he talk to Lisa? All right. All right, on to the next.
All right. I'll call him. Oh, CV stands for Cove. Thanks, Ben. I didn't know what it stood for.
Oh, snap. That appreciate it, Ben.
Damn, this one's closed. Hotlanta.
Hotlanta, let's go.
Damn, it's sold. I always get excited when I see Atlanta now.
Bro, honestly, tell me how you feel about this. How's your call with Texas? How do those calls usually go?
They're tough.
They're so hard, huh?
Yeah, but sometimes, dude, like I've had good ones too. So it's just
Yeah, your first one at the Power Hour was in Kylene, huh?
yeah. So it's like the deals are out there everywhere. It's but I do think Texas is a market that is a little more popular.
Yeah.
For people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. I got one loaded up. Let's see.
Born, Texas. Off market. Damn.
Hi, Easy.
You know, you might as well call her twice.
Yes, you should.
Negative. Negative, Ghost Rider.
I got one.
Not a boy.
It's not letting me put her phone number in, which is weird. All right. Anyways, I'll just call it.
Hey, too, for anyone watching this, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments, and then the next live stream will answer those puppies.
Thank you for calling Rosie Realty. This is Gabby. How can I help you?
Hey, Gabby. This is John. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday. I was
Happy Friday.
Thank you. I was calling. You have a property on it's a New Buck branch. It's in Converse.
Converse. Is it for rental?
No, it's for sale. It's
Okay, let me get a call back.
yeah, it's 9334 New Buck branch.
Or without a favorite alcohol. 9334. Olive's favorite alcohol.
It's a 3-bed, 2-bath.
Okay. You said 9334.
Yes. And then it's NU as in uniform, B as in Bravo, uniform Charlie Kilo.
Got it. Yes.
Okay.
It is here. I found it.
Sweet. You have a lot of listings then.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
That's good. That's good. That means you're gonna have a very good good summer.
It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, so I think you've got me confused with the wrong Gabby. We have 3 at the brokerage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like looking at all of the listings that we have for the brokerage. Yeah, but it's Gabriela Castillo. She's the one that it's listed under. I can get you her contact information.
Yeah.
And it's currently going for $299.
Yeah, that would be amazing if I could. Give me 1 second so I can just write it down. Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay, let me just get it. Okay, her phone number is 210 793
Yep.
0467.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Let me call her real quick.
Dude, were you raising her up? Is that what just happened right there? All right.
Hi, this is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. This is John. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just called the other Gabby at I think it was probably like your brokerage. And she gave me your contact info, but you have a property listed at New Buck branch.
Yes.
Yeah. So funny enough, my brother sent it to me earlier and I just got around to it. But yeah, I just pulled it up. I mean, it looks super nice based on the pics. It's currently vacant?
Yes, the property is currently vacant.
Okay. And I mean, I'm sure it's probably had like a good amount of showings. Have you gotten like any like recent feedback of people that have been able to see it in person?
So a lot of the feedback that we've been getting is that, and I guess it's because it was like a couple older clients that it was too much backyard for them to mow. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to mow a large yard if like I didn't wasn't physically able to. So I get it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's crazy, Joe. Just like when I hear stuff like that, like how picky the market's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like when I was trying to buy a house, like in 2021, like everything was just flying off, the shelves like in 2 days, and I'm like, I cannot buy anything right now.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, like people don't like the yard, people don't like the way the sun's facing. Like, good. But But yeah, so I was kind of just looking at this like from the standpoint of getting it as like a long-term rental, and just renting it out and just kind of letting it do its thing and appreciate. I guess kind of on that context, like, is there like any reason like the sellers are selling? I just noticed that they moved in like not too long ago, when they purchased it.
Yeah, so the reason they're selling is because they found their forever home.
Oh, okay.
And they purchased it. They were like, you know what? We don't want to lose this opportunity. I helped them buy that house, and now they're like, well, we don't want 2 houses, so let's sell this one.
That's awesome. Okay, that's good news then. So nothing wrong with the property, not a crazy neighbor. They just found the home that they want to live in forever.
Yeah.
That's cool that they used you for that too. Awesome. And I wanted to ask too, like on like kind of timeline, they're already moved out. So like, are they working on any like shot clock right now, or is it just really like trying to move it as quick as they can?
They're just mostly trying to move it as quickly as they can. It's not that they're going to go bankrupt or anything having both properties.
Yeah.
It's just more ideal not having both.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I could imagine like paying both mortgages would probably be a little tough. Like even if they're, not good, it's probably just a bummer. Okay. And on price, like $299, like, do you think I might be able to come in like somewhere around like, I'm thinking just kind of like doing some back of the napkin math for like rentals in the area, like maybe somewhere around like 267.
267. If I'm being completely transparent, I think they will have to come to the table with money with that.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense since they didn't, I guess, buy it not too long ago. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Would it be more of like a cash offer, or are you going to be financing?
Yeah, it'd be a cash offer. I was just seeing like what I could expect for rental rates in the area, and then just kind of like expected cash on cash return. And if I were to get financing to come up, it's just I literally just got a quote last week, and it's a DSCR loan's 8%. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And would you be representing yourself? You sound very knowledgeable, so I'm not sure if you're a licensed realtor, or would you be representing yourself, or have an agent?
No, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I would just be representing myself. I'm not an agent, but my best friend is. So like, I always just pick his brain on things, and I have a few rental properties myself, so I've done it quite a bit. But yeah, just be representing myself.
Okay, so if it's you representing yourself, that means I don't mind just taking off the other 3% and giving it back to the seller. And you said 267?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Like it'd have to be kind of somewhere like down there.
Yeah, because I believe 267 will probably be the lowest they would be able to accept without coming to the table with money.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Let me know. I was going to say one thing too. And it doesn't come up a lot. I think it comes up more so when like someone's tighter on equity, but I'm in Phoenix. I actually just bought a home in Glendale, and they were kind of tight on equity too. So what I did there, I couldn't really come in with a DSCR loan at list price to make it cash flow, but we did a mirror wrap. So I basically like took over payments on their mortgage, and then gave them more money, into their pocket than they would have if I would have just bought it traditionally.
Oh, like an assumable type of loan?
Yeah, so it's a little different, but it's basically like an informal assumption. Basically what I did was like wrapped the property up in like an all-inclusive deed of trust, and then took over like their mortgage payments. So the rate and like the payments stayed the same. But that mortgage did also stay in like the seller's name as well.
Okay, how much do they still owe? Sorry, I'm double checking with these clients because I know that they're very motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it can go like either way. I think for something like this, so like if they are tight on equity, it's a way for them to just have more money in their pocket. And I could come up with list price just because if that rate stays the same, then I don't have to get like a DSCR loan at 8%.
Yeah, no, yeah, I completely understand. Knowing them, they just want to get rid of the property. So let me talk to them.
Okay.
Let me see how much they will be netting around 267.
Mm-hmm.
And then get back to you. Is this your cell phone number?
It is.
Okay. So I will be texting you or calling you as soon as I hear back from them, okay?
Okay, yeah. Feel free to give me a text or a call, and I'm always happy to kind of like talk through it too, and just kind of share like both like the pros and the cons, and see if it's a good fit for them.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was pretty solid, dude. What do you make of it?
It was okay, dude. I don't know. I feel like taking those 2 weeks off, man. Like I'm so rusty now. It feels I gotta like shake the damn rust off.
Yeah, no, you did good though. You did good. I think you probably did better than most people would. But that was good. There was definitely you could have pried. I think you're a little gun shy.
Yeah,
You're a little gun shy. Because like what I would have asked her, I would have been like, hey, what's stopping them from just renting it out? I know the rental market's probably pretty good there. What's stopping them from just doing that? And she's gonna say, oh, they don't want the headache. They don't want to be landlords. Okay, well, you know, and then you can transition that. But let me ask you this: where do you think you could have went deeper?
I think I could have pried when she said they're motivated. Like I wanted to, but I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like gun shy. I don't know why I didn't. But I like in my head, I was like, maybe I should ask that. And then I was like, well, maybe I should explain more. And I was like, fuck, pick one. And then I just went this direction, you know?
Well, I think she kind of like juked you out because when you asked about the shot clock, she's like, yeah, they're not going to go bankrupt. They don't mind holding on to it. And then in the next breath, she's like, yeah, they're very motivated. So that kind of threw me off too. I guess, yeah. I guess what I would have asked is like, okay, well, what's got them so motivated? They just don't want to pay 2 mortgage payments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was good, though. That was solid. Honestly, you could, frame yourself up and have a good follow-up call with her.
Yeah. I think that's, it's really the name of the game, man. Like, you have to have those follow-up calls. And, like, I think now, like, with her guard being down, like, I might be able to go in a little more detail and really see if it's a good fit. Because at the end of the day, like, it has to be a good fit for them.
Yeah.
Move forward. So, yeah.
100%.
I just feel rusty, dude. I need to freaking knock it off.
Did you mean to not mention her commissions? That was the one thing that you didn't. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your philosophy on that? Because that's kind of like the monologue for people. Down payment, commissions, closing costs.
Yeah, I usually save it as like another negotiating lever. So like I don't present all the levers like right away.
Nice.
If I don't have to. So like I'll save that for the lever, and then as we kind of like start getting down that path and like starting like what I would call like a typical sales cycle, bringing that up like can hopefully like push the deal.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I like that because you're leaving like you're leaving some room for curiosity. You know what I mean? It's not just like as Landon would say, you're not just fire hosing her.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like that. That was good. All right. You want to do one more call apiece and then we'll wrap up?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it. Because I was going to say, I got to freaking hit the cell phone store and get my freaking plan fixed. I don't know. Like they added an extra line somehow. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, dude, I'm paying not what
on the same number or a whole new number?
No, like a whole new number. It's like a set. I was like, dude, like, did they add like another random phone number to my plan? Like, I don't know. So I have to like go.
Who's your provider? Cricket?
No, it's fucking Verizon, dude. But it's like I have a Verizon business account, and that makes everything so much more complicated. So I'm gonna like go back to a personal account. I'm gonna like close a business account. redo a personal one.
Not a boy. Not a boy. All right, we'll
Yeah.
get these two out of the way, and then we'll get it cracking.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one's good, dude. This one in Florida, they're actually underwater. So let's see.
Follow up. Sorry.
Good, bro.
I'm sorry, the person you were.
Can't mess up the flow. Calling 2 times a day, dude. All right, let's see.
Oh no.
Also, shout out to our 7 viewers. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, just got back to my dashboard. Let me see.
All right.
Leads.
I'm sorry,
All right. All right, brother. You can crank one, and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, I'm gonna call another Texas one, man.
Oh boy. She
Shit.
ain't
All right,
scared.
never mind. It's off market. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I need to get one more call.
You got it.
I need to get a damn deal this week. I'm just pulling anyone right now. Come on.
All right. Dang, that was a good lead too.
Dude, this one's off market too. Fuck. Okay.
It's the name of the game.
No, one of them's gonna come up right now. Dude, oh my god! I swear to God,
Another one?
Dude, 3 in a row.
Oh, dude. It's all right, guys. Hey, listen, this is the name of the game right here. You
just
know,
gotta sort through them. I'm just picking stuff at random too.
oh,
David
man.
Allen, off market, bro. All right, 4 in a row. It's all right.
Here, I can get one loaded up if you're
Yeah,
struggling.
feel free to call another one, and then I'll call another one too.
Kevin.
Sold, bro.
Dude, you got some stale leads right now.
Yeah, dude, those Texas ones move fast, man.
Yeah, they do. That's no lie. Kevin. Boom. All right, Kevin.
Got another one, dude. That's like 6 in a row.
All right. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, is this Kevin?
It is.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going, man? My name's Nate.
Yep.
Hey, boss. Yeah, I'm actually giving you a call about your listing. I was wondering if you got a second to chat.
Which one?
It's the one off Red Clover Lane.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Long story short, man, me and the fiance, we own some property out here in Arizona. We're looking to buy 1 or 2 investment properties in the area within the next 12 to 18 months. And long story short, the fiance sent this to me, and I figured, shoot, I'll give you a call, see what's going on, and if we can make a deal.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. How long have you guys had it on the market? A little, like a month and a half, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What's been the primary takeaway from the people walking it?
None. It's just the area is a little bit more rural.
Oh, okay. Okay. You can put some horses in the backyard type of deal?
No, it's in a subdivision, but it's a little bit out of town in the northernmost part of Knoxville.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I was wondering why it didn't fly off the market. I took a look at it. I love the red brick and the pretty white garage door. I'm like, man, someone should have bought this puppy by now, but I guess that makes sense. Okay. Cool. I'm wondering if we were to move on this puppy, would the sellers need a lease back or anything, or is it vacant?
No, they would not.
Okay, perfect. If we were to do like a showing or anything, is it vacant? Is it staged, or what's kind of going on there?
It's not vacant. No, they live there.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, that answers that question for me. I'm wondering, do they have like a timeline they're hoping to move on or anything like that, or as soon as we were able to kind of get that done, they would be able to go?
They don't have any specific timeline.
Perfect. That's wonderful. I did see also, man. I saw they just bought it back in like 2019. Was it built on like an Indian burial ground or something? Like, what's the story there? How come they're moving so fast?
They retired and they're moving to another state.
Okay, that makes sense. They're trying to get out of that Tennessee heat.
Actually, they're heading to Texas.
Oh man, even better. It's gonna have that 120-degree weather.
Yeah.
All right, perfect, man. Perfect. Okay. I'm curious. Obviously, from like an investor standpoint, we'd have to get kind of that right price to make it cash flow. Do you know what rental rates are like in the area? Like, what do you think that this house could rent for? Do you have an idea on that?
Probably about $2,500 a month.
That's pretty good. That's actually really good. I like the way that sounds. Okay. Are they pretty stiff at that 395? Or are they going to be willing to come down? I know you guys haven't cut price or anything. Are they kind of stiff at that?
They have a number, and I have specifically instructed them not to share it with me.
Nice. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because we would probably have to be somewhere around like you tell me if I'm in the ballpark, but probably around like 335 for it kind of to work for us.
They wouldn't even consider it.
Okay. They probably don't with them owning it only for like 5 years, they probably don't have too much equity then, huh?
Well, no, they bought it for $362 a year ago.
Oh man, they just bought it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. That definitely makes sense. That definitely wouldn't make sense for them because they'd have to come out of pocket.
Yeah, and we've realized anywhere between a 6 and 8% increase in property values here.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Okay. I'm curious. We actually just purchased a property last month in Vancouver, Washington, and basically very similar situation. The lady bought it like 18 months prior to us purchasing it, and what we did is we purchased on a mirror wrap, and we were actually able to give her more money if she sold traditionally. You think that would be advantageous for them, or are they looking for just a traditional offer?
They're looking for a traditional offer. I've had probably 50 investor offers with wraparound loans and seller financing and everything else, and they've turned all those down.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. It's definitely a certain shoe for a certain foot, but
Right.
yeah, and it's tough too. I know you probably getting beat up. I feel like all these kids are watching YouTube and just going out and making these calls,
Yes, and that seller is also he retired from being a mortgage broker, so he's not going to look at any creative financing.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. He's definitely he's tapped in with the mortgage game, as we would say. But no worries.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're probably not a good fit because we'd have to be around that 335, 340, and they don't have that equity. But let me ask you this: I'll follow up with you in like a month and kind of see where they're at. And worst case scenario, we don't mind being the last option if that's cool with you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Well, I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good weekend.
You too.
Take it easy. Bye. You win some.
You win some, you lose some. I feel it's like so hard sometimes when the agent's like doesn't want to talk.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that was super tough.
Do I just get down to business? Like,
yeah, that's one thing I learned on the last what's it called? The last live stream we did is I had a very similar agent that was just straight to the point, and Jesus instructed me. He's like, dude, with those people, literally just straight to the point. Like, price, this, go straight to it. They don't want to waste time. It's mirroring, right? Like always mirror the person you're on the phone with. So if they're super direct, just be super direct. I don't know. How do you think I did there? You think I kind of beat around the bush? I thought that was pretty.
Yeah, it was good, man. I think I got the vibe though that he just didn't want to talk. And dude, like I run in that too, and I'm like, I don't know what angle I should take, but like, yeah, being like direct works. And so like I think you cut to the chase, and he's just like, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Good,
and I was able to cover the steps too. Third party story.
Yeah.
Try to build some credibility, but yeah. And with the dude being a mortgage broker, what does Pay say? The reason you're a mortgage broker is because you're broker than everyone else. All right, dude. You got one loaded up, or you want to cut it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make one more.
Not a boy.
Okay. was like, there's no phone number on this listing, but it's in the CRM. So
shout out to our 8th viewer. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Hello, and thank you for calling North Group Real Estate. If you know your party's extension, please dial it at any time or press 0 for the operator. Hello, and thank you for calling North Group Real Estate. All of our agents are with clients.
well, I tried. Reese, we do this every Friday, usually midday, somewhere around anywhere between like noonish to like 2 to 3 p.m. PST.
Yeah, every Friday. Catch us here. Gang members, Pine to Palm Homes.
The house I called was freaking sick too, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's super tough. You got the mortgage line.
Yeah, and there's no number on the listing.
Yeah, you'll have to freaking search it and try to find her.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, dude. All right, man. Unless you want to crank out another one.
Yeah, I can crank out another one. Let's watch this, dude.
All right, get you one more, dude. I'm trying to hear you get down to business again.
Ah, dude, these opportunities are dead.
Yeah, every Friday, usually we'll have either a culmination of me, John, Jacob, and Jesus. All different flows, different ways about going about it. Next Friday, we should have all the boys on, and it's pretty cool to hear everyone's different way of approaching a conversation and what they say. So I hope you guys got value out of us two today.
Oh, this is Stella.
Hey, Celia, this is John. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday.
Same to you.
Thank you. I was calling because you have a listing. It's on Fair Hollow Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful brick house with the very big tree and shade in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my fiance, she sent this to me. We're trying to buy like another rental in the area, and she's like, "Hey, like check this out and give them a call." So yeah, that's that's what led me here. I had to do what the boss says.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean I love the look of it, and I love that it has like that big tree and all the furniture. Was it recently a flip?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean I like the way you staged it though. I love that the furniture that you used. Is that virtual reality?
It's virtual. The two, well, the main living areas, those were virtual. I sent them to a photographer to add the furniture.
I love it. It looks so nice, and I was like, wait, no, good job. Have you been doing that a lot lately, like using like VR or AR in the photos?
No, that was the first time.
Oh, I think it worked. I loved it. I don't know. Made my fiance look at it too, so it worked. But yeah, I'm sure it's had probably like a good amount of showings. Have people been able to give you like any feedback that have been able to see it in person?
The only thing, when you walk into the house, when you're walking in from the driveway, you take a couple of steps, and the house has had foundation work before.
Mm-hmm.
And which is a few years ago, before my clients purchased it. And you know, when they broke into the cement, well, then they covered it back up, and that patch, it's just a patch of the new cement. So it looks, that's the only negative feedback I've gotten, that it's an eyesore, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but there's like no like structural issues from that. It's all pretty much taken care of.
Yes, it's taken care of. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. You can always do something creative to kind of cover that stuff up. Okay, and then like how is the neighborhood itself? Like, is that a pretty pretty nice little area?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of like looking on Google Street and I was like, it kind of looks, but you can never really tell. Okay. And I wanted to ask too, like I was looking at like the history. I noticed they didn't move in or buy the property too long ago. Like, is there like anything they don't like about it, or is it like a neighbor?
No. They lived in it the first year they had it, and then they moved out and they bought a bigger house. So they rented that one, and that one was a rental for a while, and then the tenant's lease came up, and they're like, okay, well now we just want to sell it, and they're selling their other home to buy a bigger home.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna sell their other one, and then do like a big upgrade.
Right.
Okay, good for them. And do they have like a certain like shot clock they're up against for that?
No.
Okay, good. Just so I can kind of know like what my options are too. Okay. Yeah, I think kind of looking at this. I mean, I love the way it looks. Fiance kind of gave her nod of approval. On terms of price, like, do you know like where they would need to be? Like, is there any wiggle room if we were to come in with cash, like somewhere around like 350-ish?
I don't think 350 will work, only because I think they owe about I want to say, God, I don't ever remember. I'm not sure if 350 will work. I don't remember. I can't remember the numbers, but I know they had to close it or sell at a certain amount. Because they still had this balance on the house that they need to take care of.
Right.
Yeah.
So they probably need like a certain amount in their pocket from this house to probably get like that next property.
I'm not sure. They just don't want to be under the table, and they do want to walk away with some cash in the pocket.
Got it. Okay. No, that's fine. And I'm not trying to like lowball. I'm just kind of looking at like what I could get for like rental rates and trying to just back out into like a decent cash on cash return for this. I think one thing that does come to mind, and it doesn't come up a lot, but we've done it a few times, in a similar situation, actually in Glendale. Like they needed like a certain amount in their pocket. And what we did was, in that case, we were able to come in and give them like the money they needed in their pocket and cover like closing costs. And basically what we did there was we took over their mortgage on a mere wrap. Do you think something like that might be a good offer for them?
They will not. Okay, but this has been something like this has been. They were presented with this before with creative financing or a sub-2, and that they definitely don't want to do that. They just want to sell the house and get the loan out of their name or pay the loan off, and then transfer the deed over, and then they don't want to have any kind of ties to the house.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I know it doesn't work for everyone, so totally understand. And what did you call it? You called it a sub what?
Sub-2.
Sub-2. So is that just the same as like a wrap?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we've done a few wraps, and I guess like that's what we call them, but I think there's probably just different terminology for different areas. Do you get like a lot of those wrap or sub-2 offers?
Yes, and creative financing. Yes,
really? That's crazy. I wonder where people are learning that. Because we've done a few, but it's not super popular. It's just like in certain situations. So interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, let me know. I think, if they were kind of needing to be around like 395, like that's probably the only way transparently I could make it work on our end. Just because if I have to come in more, I'm going to have to get a DSCR loan, and it's, I did a quote and it's at 8% right now. which would which would just kill my cash flow. So I mean, let me know, just keep me in the back pocket, and if anything kind of changes, more than happy to kind of sit down and see if there's a way me and you can work together and make it work for them.
Okay, now I just to let you know, like the rentals, and they were renting for $24.95.
Yep.
When they were renting it before. So just to give you an idea, it is a good area for rentals.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't too many rentals in that particular area, which is what drives renters to that area, because for some reason renters don't want to be near other renters because they don't take care of the property or the yard. But these are all original homeowners that are in the around the house and basically in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the neighborhood looks beautiful. I just did like a quick search like around the perimeter on Google search, and it just looks like super nice. So I think that makes sense that most of the people do own their homes. So thank you for sharing that. That's very helpful. And I wanted to ask, sorry too, I'm not trying to like tie up your whole Friday, but on those I guess like on those creative finance offers, like were there any like certain aspects that they like were unclear of or like maybe didn't like? Trying to like think if there's like another way we could maybe see what would work.
Keeping the transferring the deed over while the mortgage is still under their name that's what they're like. No, I would not do that. And they've spoken to a few people already and that have reached out to me, and I've kind of like, okay, well, set them up with to talk, and they're just like, yeah, no, it's not what we want. It's not going to work for us. And
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder, like, kind of on that note, if like maybe if there was something I could do to maybe like formally obligate myself to the debt, whether it's like an all-inclusive deed of trust or like a promissory note, like did any of that come up in that conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
A promissory note did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it still didn't work. Okay. Yeah, no worries then. I was just trying to, maybe see if there's another avenue to pursue, but if not, totally get it. I think it's, maybe it might just be a square peg for a round hole, and that's totally okay.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah. Thank you as well. And you have a good Friday.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was solid, dude. That was solid. You asked the right questions.
Yeah.
Boy. You pulled the trigger at the end, dude. That was nice.
I was like, dude, if I'm going out, I'm gonna at least push a little bit and
that was good.
Be gun shy.
You got some good information from her too, because
and so for this, guys, like if anyone's still watching, is what I'll do on these situations is I'll put a task in to check in like 2 weeks, because if the property is still listed in like 2 weeks, like maybe, just maybe, the motivation has changed, and I've seen it happen like so many times now to where it really does make sense. Even if they say no like the first time, just keep an eye on it, make a task, like whatever you have to do in your calendar, your planner, like your CRM, and revisit that in like 2 weeks or in a month, in 3 weeks. Like just make sure to kind of stay in front of it, because the closer they get to like that 6-month mark, like motivation typically starts changing. Either they're going to sell it or maybe rent it out, but like maybe you can be, the offer that wins. Yeah,
exactly. Nice, dude. I agree. That was some good advice right there. But snap, brother. Well, John, hope you have a good weekend, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you for freaking putting this together, dude.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Landon.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Landon.
And hopefully next week we're gonna have everyone on.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro.
Fun.
All right, my man. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Cool, man. Have a good weekend.
Right. You too, bro. Take it easy.
Peace.